In Tylertown, Mississippi, no one knew an activist was born. No one knew that this little girl with dark brown eyes and a head full of hair would grow up to be a symbol for equality, a symbol to colored people, a symbol of freedom. 1960, Louisiana. This was 6 years after Ruby was born, 6 years after the ruling of Brown versus Board of Education, and 4 years after Ruby's family moved to New Orleans, Louisiana. Even with Brown versus Board, Louisiana was still struggling to integrate colored students in their public schools. The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, also known as the NAACP, let Ruby's parents know that she was one of 6 African American children that passed the entrance test to an all-white school. They were choosing her to become an example for other colored people to follow. Even though her father was hesitant at first, they decided that day that Ruby Bridges would be the first African American student in the South to attend an all-white school. Parents hated the idea of a black child among their children so much that the first day Ruby Bridges came to William Fentz Elementary School, she was met with resistance and anger. The only memory of her first day at school was that and having to stay in the principal's office. As she sat there, every student in the building was rushed out by their parents, leaving Ruby to be the only student in the whole school. It would stay like that for a while. Ruby's teacher, Barbara Henry, solely taught Ruby her whole first grade year. Unlike regularly treated students, Ruby hardly left that room. She ate in there and played recess there, and she even had to be escorted if she wanted to go to the restroom. My goodness. What Ruby didn't know at the time was the white parents was letting their children return to school, but the principal kept her separated for months. When Barbara Henry found out about Ruby being kept from the other students, she threatened to tell the superintendent against the principal because he was breaking the law. The principal had no choice but to cave in. By the end of the year, Ruby was among other students. But that is how she realized what was going on. It took a boy telling her he could not play with her and calling her out of her name to realize why all of this was happening. Racism. She had known it, but after that day she understood. In 2nd grade, Ruby Bridges wasn't the only African American student anymore as intended. The rowdy protests stopped and life went on. In 1995, Ruby Bridges' name was getting some buzz due to Robert Cole writing a book about her. It was extremely successful, bringing her story to light once again. Disney even made a movie about her titled Ruby Bridges in 1998, where she was called in to be the consultant on set. Ruby also received proceeds from Robert Cole's book about her since it was so popular. With her money, she started the Ruby Bridge Foundation in 1999, spreading nothing but tolerance and change in the education system. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina caused William Fritz to nearly close their doors and shut down. But Ruby saved it and even gave it an after-school arts program. Now there's a sculpture of Ruby in the school's courtyard. This sculpture immortalizes her as a great symbol to all. To this day, Ruby Bridges preaches equality and continues to be a civil rights activist. Be the change you want to see.